So I want to start by talking a little bit tonight about some history and genealogy that is associated with our lineage as coaches, and I'm still in the third part of a series on smart success, because I just about a month ago went to Chalene Johnson's Smart Success Live personal development seminar in San Diego. So I'm trying to wrap up that series. This might be my last one. So for those of you that don't know, my upline coach, her name is Kelly Amos. Her upline coach is Donna Meyer. Don't forget that name, Donna Meyer. Donna Meyer is a legend in the world of fitness. So Donna Meyer's upline is Holly Heyerman. So if you happen to be new, and we have some newer coaches on the line, you might not know that Holly Heyerman is, so she's 3 business centers above me. So she's 4 or 5 or 6 above you. She's a multi-millionaire. She's a really cool lady. I've gotten to know her really well this last year. And above her is Christine Dwyer. Christine Dwyer is the head of Platinum Presenters. So let me go back to Donna Meyer, because I said remember that name. So that's my upline's upline. That's my grandma coach. Chalene Johnson wanted to teach group fitness classes, and she went in to interview for a job to teach group fitness with Donna Meyer. And guess what? Donna Meyer turned her down. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Because who's more amazing than Chalene Johnson, right? Donna Meyer, my upline's upline, said, no, you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. I've actually heard Donna share that story before. Donna Meyer was the head of group fitness for 24-Hour Fitness for years. So obviously Chalene persisted, and obviously Chalene ended up teaching fitness classes. She created a company, fast forward, called Powder Blue Productions. She created this company and developed some clothing line, and developed some group fitness classes like Turbo Fire, etc. PiYo, Hip Hop Hustle. Anyway, Don Cameron probably knows a lot of this backstory. So then Chalene created Turbo Jam, the home workout with Beachbody, and later Chalene Extreme, and as we know, more programs. Chalene's legacy includes the majority. Okay, so Chalene, she started with this little like mom and pop company, Powder Blue Productions. She sold it to Beachbody. And then she ended up, her company now is called Team Johnson. So now what Chalene does, her and Brett, is now they run business development seminars and online programs. So now what they do as a couple is they turn people into millionaires. So Chalene Johnson is responsible for many of our upline coaches' success. So if you look at Christine Dwyer, who's at the top of our coaching family tree, if you look at Christine Dwyer, I want you to know that she has the largest coaching team in all of Team Beachbody. No one has a larger team than Christine Dwyer, who is my upline's upline. She's our upline. No one has a larger team. In her team is people like Janelle Summers, who is, there's no one in all of Team Beachbody, just so you guys know, that makes more money than Janelle Summers. She's very like humble and very understated, so we would never hear her say that. But no one makes more money in Team Beachbody than Janelle. Chalene Johnson has produced a lot of multi-millionaires. It was really fun to be at Platinum Edge. Some of you were there. Bobby was there. There were quite a few of them in the crowd. Melissa McAllister, Robin Chelsea Pearson, Trey Bear, who we love, Mindy Lawhorn, Michelle Myers, etc. And Holly Hireman, okay? Holly Hireman is one of the multimillionaires that was there, and Bobby and I were sitting next to her during most of the seminars. And I would talk to Holly about you guys, and about my business, and about how things are going. And I was working my ass off, working around the clock. If you were like online at 1 a.m. or 11 p.m., you might see me 7 days a week. You might have. I've really dialed that back and made some major adjustments in my business in these last few months. But Holly has really impressed upon me, and I'm going to tie this all into our lesson tonight, so bear with me. Holly really impressed upon me the need to slow down to speed up, which is a principle that she has learned from Chalene and from Smart Success. And she kind of was like, why would you want to work? Like, the goal is to only work a little bit and make a lot of money. Like, that's the goal. So I have been kind of making pretty good money working my ass off. Holly, on the other hand, makes ridiculous money and doesn't work very hard. She just works smart. Really smart. When I was in Jamaica a couple of weeks ago, Kelly was in Jamaica with me. That week, with our business, I made a couple $1,000s. And do you want to know how much I worked that week? I worked 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day. That's it. I bought the Wi-Fi package. And the only reason I bought it is so that I could continue to post in my challenge groups, post in our new coach training, and make like one social media post a day. And I limited myself to no more than 30 minutes total each day that I was on that cruise ship. So I worked at the most 30 minutes a day, and I made a couple grand, just because this is a business where you can build, a passive income, a residual income, which is actually what I'm going to get into the heart of on this call tonight, building a passive income and a residual income. At Smart Success with Chalene, she had a bunch of guest speakers. One of them, oh my gosh, Jen Embers is going to have like the biggest crush. I'm censoring myself because I really want to say boner. She's going to have the biggest boner over this guy. His name is Pat Flynn. Pat Flynn. He's a podcaster. He's a blogger. You guys got to get his podcast. He is a New York Times bestselling author of this book called Will It Fly? And this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Pat Flynn, what he taught us at Smart Success, and how it pertains to a passive income. Okay, so like if you look at his blog at willitfly.com, I'm sorry, the passive income.com, smartpassiveincome.com, SPI, Smart Passive Income. His podcast is SPI, Smart Passive Income. Like it says on there, there's like a running total that this month he made $176,699. So he's all about passive income. So he tells this very emotional story about how his grandfather taught him at about age 5 how to fold a paper airplane and how to fly it. And it changed his life at 5 years old. And he could not wait to teach his 5-year-old son how to make a paper airplane. And the day finally came where it was the day he was going to pass on this legacy of flying a paper airplane. So he folded it all up perfectly. and he launched, and his son was just like mesmerized by this flying paper airplane. And before Pat Flynn could do anything, he was going to retrieve the plane that he flew, and while he's coming back, and before he could do anything, his son had really quickly tried to fold up a piece of paper and really quickly tried to throw it, and of course it like nosedived because it didn't do it right. He didn't fold it right. He didn't have a right plan. And so he tells that story of the paper airplane, and that's kind of the premise behind his whole thing in building a passive income, is having a plan and doing it in the right order and doing it correctly. And so one of the quotes that he said was this, just a simple Japanese proverb, and it says, "Vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare." I'm going to say that again. So vision without action is a daydream. Like without action, so what if you got, so what? So what if you have the vision of being a multimillionaire or whatever, you have the vision of being, so what? But action without the vision is a nightmare. I'm going to ask a question, and it's rhetorical right now, but it's going to be a call to action later. What would make you say 5 years from now, life is amazing? So let's pause and let's come back to that sentiment in about 5 minutes. Dreams, I'm going to just kind of share from my heart and get off my script for a minute, and talk about, I've shared a lot with you guys very personally. Let me let my dogs out. These last, well, always, but particularly this last week, I shared my 6-figure income post. So if you didn't see it, I was in my kitchen just looking in my Coach Online office, and I discovered that I had made 6 figures, not in 1 year, but total since I started 3.5 years ago in the business. I do believe, just looking at the numbers, I do believe that I will make 6 figures just alone in 2016. So let me rewind that. My dreams and expectations have changed and morphed since I started, as will yours most likely if you stick with this, if you don't throw in the towel. So my why, if you will, you fill in the word, your dreams, your why, your reason, your hopes, your expectations, you fill in the word that works for you. I want you to know, many of you know my story really well, but I want you to hear it again in a different light tonight. When I started, you guys know I was like, you guys know I was broke. Okay, I don't need to go into that whole story. I was broke. I was scared to death. Like when I clicked enroll, when I did it, like I had buyer's remorse. Like my stomach hurt, and I felt like, you know, oh shit, what have I done? Like, what if I fail and I cannot afford this? So I felt that my stomach hurt, and the only way I could like climb out of some of that anxiety is to get to work. But so my first set of like dreams, my why, my whatever, my hopes, my first set, you guys, was like, I hope I don't fail. Like I hope I can have this not, I hope that it was, Shakeology, by the way, was only $89 back then. So I was like, I hope I make $89 in the first month. I really hope, because we're screwed. That was like my first like, and every once in a while I'd be like, well, there's people in this company that make like tons of money. By the way, I'm not like a materialistic, I know I'm talking a lot about money right now. I'm not really money, like I'm not into things. Like I'm not into big diamonds, or I'm not into stuff, but just in talking about my why, at first I was just like, gosh, I just want to like maybe make the $89 back. And I was like, I know there's people that do like strike it rich with this kind of thing, but that's never going to be me. Like those are the special ones. Those are like the really ridiculously special or lucky people, and that's not me, but that's really cool. And you know, then like little by little, you guys saw in that video that I made. If you didn't, it's only 4 minutes. Maybe you could watch it later tonight. It's on the team page. You guys could see my income change and like bubble but grow. And I remember like very distinctly when I was making like $200 a month, being like, whew. And then like at that point, I'm like, well, what if I could make $500 a month? Like people do. And so my why and my everything sort of morphed a little, like my hopes in income, it made another change. It made another change. And then I remember like another milestone, like eventually 500 a week and 1,000 a week. And so I thought about telling you guys this tonight, and I thought about like a 2-liter bottle of Hi India, of like a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. And you know how if you like barely uncrack the lid, you can feel and hear some of the pressure and carbonation like fizz, and it makes noise and you can feel it and it kind of sizzles out. So I felt like I would, but then you can like screw it back on. And then you can like let a little bit out again and screw it back on and let a little bit out again and screw it back on. I feel like that's what I was doing with my dreams and my vision. I would let a little bit out, but I was like, I didn't want to dream really big. And then, you know how you can finally like break that seal all the way off and unscrew the plastic cap and the lid is off the bottle. Tonight, tonight, I just want you to metaphorically, on your visions and wildest dreams, I just want you to, instead of doing the little cracks like I would do along the way, like what if this? Well, what if this? What if? I just want you to just take it off. Take the lid off just for tonight. You can put it back on in 10 minutes. You can put the lid back on and protect your expectations and your dreams and your hopes, and you can keep it all safe in 10 minutes. But just for tonight, I want you to take the lid off and imagine what you could have with this business. Because Ember's posted in our team page tonight, I saw she was like asking for people to explain the difference between Melanie Mitro and Amy Silverman. And I think I know where she was going with that, because she's creating some content for a webinar. And I think she's going for the fact that they couldn't be more night and day at all. Like, I mean, I think like one of them probably is a total free-spirited hippie, and the other one probably irons their underwear and folds it into a drawer. Like they're so night and day. They're so night and day different. And so anyone of us, anyone on here, if you take the lid off, you can see yourself on that top 10. Like if I take the lid off, I can see myself leading a national wake-up call. I can see myself being in the multimillionaires club if I let myself just take that lid off, and then I'll put it back on a little bit later. So let me tie that into passive income and all this stuff, and begin to slowly thread the needle and wrap up. When I started coaching, I remember having a goal of enrolling like 1 coach a month, and thinking that was really hard to do. Do any of you guys feel like enrolling like 1 coach a month would be really hard to do? Yeah. And then I remember like now I'm probably enrolling at least, I'm enrolling like 1 coach a week right now. That was not possible when I started. So not only did my dreams and all that sort of like start to morph and change, but so did my success and my capabilities. When I just led our last webinar, Nick was on and Adele was on and Holly was on, and we had a couple people on, and I said, Kelly will find this funny, I said, I am so glad that I didn't learn about this business on a webinar. Because I would have been like, well, I'm out, because I could never lead a webinar. I'm not even good at like sending an email. Like I don't really know how to turn my computer on. And so I'm so glad I didn't learn about the business that way, because it would have intimidated me. But here I am today leading webinars, and it's no big deal for me right now to do that. But my point is, your capabilities as a coach in time will change. And what you're capable of right now tonight is not what you're going to be capable of in 6 months. It is not what you're going to be capable of in a year. It is not what you're going to be capable of in 2 years. You will continue to grow and change, and you're not going to be like me, and I'm not going to be like Melanie Mitro, and I'm not going to be like Amy Silverman. We're all going to do it differently. We're all going to do it ridiculously differently. I hope we do. But it will grow and it will change. Our ability will change. And then as you become more successful, you guys, successful with income and successful with transformation, your physical transformation, as you change, it will be more attractive to people. So if I present the business to someone today, I have a more attractive story than I did 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So more likely they're going to be drawn to it, right? So you guys are still creating that. So there's a couple of things I would encourage you to do. One, use other people's stories. It doesn't have to be your own. And you can use mine because you guys know me well enough to be on this call live. You can use me. You can be like, this is my upline. Here's how much money she makes, or whatever you want to say. I don't care. It's not, and this is how she's been successful, and I'm on the path. Here's how much money. Like Karina did an awesome post about being able to afford this frame. I posted it in Team Play Hard today. So she's sharing a little personal story about income to be able to buy this frame. So she's sharing her little success, and then you can also share I could share Kelly's success, or Holly's, or Christine Dwyer's. So also with your own, as you can change, I can tell you guys that Shakeology has changed the way that I look. I can tell a customer that. Can you say Shakeology has changed the way I feel? Because I can say that it changes the way I feel. It changes the way I look. I take the performance line. I can say I've done the 3-day refresh. I've felt better and lost weight on the 3-day refresh. So I just want to say, start to collect stories of little itty bitty successes and transformations, and use others. And know that your business and what you think you want out of it is going to continue to grow and change, especially as if I go back to that quote, a couple of quotes. One of them was, vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. You have to have the vision. You have to have the vision. Just take the lid off. Just take the lid off and have a huge vision tonight, and then you can rein it in. Have a huge vision. Have the big vision, and then we need to fold the airplane. We need to fold and the airplane is gonna. He talks about Pat Flynn when you listen to his podcast and you read his best-selling book and whatever. You're gonna see that the airplanes don't always fly well, right? They're gonna crash and you're gonna mess up, and we know all about failing forward. But there is something to be said for starting to do it right. So Beachbody does it right. Beachbody knows how to take people and get them, whoever they are, whatever their body looks like, however old they are, whatever, and take them and to make them a successful person. So they trust the process. They say run challenge groups, run challenge groups. They say listen to the National Wake Up Call, listen to the National Wake Up Call. One of my favorite things Kara Churchill says is I've always listened to the National Wake Up Call because, when I became a new coach, they said to do it. And I've always just done what they say. They say go to live events. Go to the live events. So fold the airplane correctly so that you can fly. Okay, so, almost done. Now back to the question. What would make you say life is amazing 5 years from now? Pat Flynn asked us to narrow this big question down to 4 categories, and you get to select the categories. So this is going to be sort of your call to action tonight. So he said to divide it up in a square, like that, on a square, like that. Quadrants is the words I'm looking for, quadrant. And so just to give you an example, I chose family, work, health, and money. Those are my 4, family, work, health, and money. And the question is, what would you say is going to make life amazing 5 years from now? What would you say? And so then the homework was to then write it out. Like write out what dream, take the lid off that soda bottle and write your most amazing, wildest dreams for what your life would be like in 5 years with the 4 categories that you deem most important. And then he encourages us to, once we have that down, and I would like you to do that as kind of homework tonight. Once you have that done, he encourages you to take your paper and to fold it into an airplane and to set it up or pin it up in your office as just a visual reminder of is just a visual reminder of your flight path. So I also wanted to say in closing that we had an awesome group in our new coach training, and we had 6 coaches. Not everyone, we do it every month, and not everyone makes it through, because I have to be honest, our new coach training is really hard. It's time consuming, and there's a lot of homework. So there's always some people that don't quite make it through, which is totally fine, and they're always welcome to rejoin the future one. So I never want to like shame them. They're their own boss. So, but we did have 6 people that kind of graduated and really participated and made it through our very vigorous, rigorous new coach training. And it was Ariane, who's on tonight, and Dawn, who's also on, and Jennifer Elliott, and she's also on. Way to go, new coaches. They're even on the team call. I love it. Nikki Randall and Caitlin. So you guys are going to receive an audio book from us, from me, Brian, Christy, Danielle, from the leaders, Kara. You're going to receive the Audible book. I'll email it to you guys as a gift or a graduation gift. Will it fly? So you guys will get that book. So you'll have to post me. I'm going to post about it. I'll post about it in Team Play Art, and then you guys can comment with your email, please. So that's all I have for you tonight. I guess I just wanted to encourage you with the fact that what you see changes. Like what you see and believe that you're capable of changes. And so just like, I know it takes some bravery, but if you just allow yourself to have that really big vision, it helps with your whole flight path. So that's it. I want you to make that quadrant. I want you to make your paper airplane, and I want you to subscribe to the podcast. And that's all I've got for you tonight. We can open it up for questions and comments. So if you don't know how to unmute yourself, you can, yes, Super Saturday and updates. Yeah, can someone, Bobby or Brian, can someone update us on what Kara posted about Super Saturday? And
I didn't see Kara's post.
Summit. It was about Summit.
Oh, so they're starting to take people off the wait list for Summit this week. You have 168 hours to reply. So keep a watch on your email. And it is coming from, it's like events at beachbody.com or something. So just check the team page. The information is on there that Kara wrote. Yeah, it's from Jemima. It says that it is from events@regonline.com. Okay. So that's going to be the one that they're doing. So always check your junk email. That's going to be rolling out this week. And yeah, 168 hours to redeem your invitation before it expires.
And make sure you let us know if you do get an invitation too. Let us know. So yeah. Super Saturday, is everybody going to a Super Saturday? Everybody knows what Super Saturday is.
Al, I jumped on late. What podcast were you talking about subscribing to?
It's called SPI. PSI. I said it wrong the first time too. SPI, Smart Passive Income by Pat Flynn.
I heard STI, and I thought that was strange.
P is in passive. Smart Passive Income. Let's see. We lost Kelly. Any other questions, comments?
I
Anybody?
don't know what Super Saturday is.
Super Saturday?
Yeah, I don't really either.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so Super Saturday is a corporate quarterly live event. And you can find them on in your Coach Online office. In fact, I'll post a link on how to find one. Let me make myself a note. So you can click on the link that I share, and it'll help you find one in your area. You can host one. But they're basically like, usually there's new product or new program announcements. Does anyone else want to answer this? Embers, Bobby, Brian, Jebitz?
So Super Saturday, there's different places you can go. If you Google Super Saturday locations, you can find them online. Just Google it, and it'll be usually a Beachbody FAQ. And so you can see where they are being hosted. So, for example, I just moved out to Milwaukee, and there's 2 in the area. Well, there's market councils, and so those are kind of like bigger events. And then there's some smaller, more local ones. And you can host them yourself eventually if you feel ready or prepared. It's all up to you. I know Christy Mick has done that before. And so, like, I'm going to one that's in Racine, which is south of Milwaukee, but there's another one in some other part that I don't even remember where anything is here. But it was like 5 hours away to the other one, so I'm going to the one that's only an hour away from me. And basically there's like a little film that they play, and usually there's a workout, and you get to meet other coaches in the area, and it's really fun, and it's really great to kind of just check in and see what corporate is telling us, and kind of just helping us refocus on our goals about helping people and everything and changing lives.
Hey, Ellen.
Yeah.
Bouncing back to Summit real quick, did you ever decide whether you were going to look into renting a big old house over there, or what you're going to do in regards to Summit?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure that out right now. I'm planning on renting a house, and Christy Mick is planning on renting a suite that will allow some room for people that are going to stay. So like the house has like some bedrooms and some beds and some cots. So it's like, it's not all the same level of comfort. And then Christy Mick's suite is going to have some extra single bed. I don't know. We're trying to figure it out, and I'm planning on, I'm trying to provide a place to stay for people on our team. I'm trying to do it so that some people don't have to pay. But I can't do that for everyone because the places are limited in space. So what I need to do, Christy and I are still trying to figure out the details, but it's going to be limited. So I'm going to have to limit it to I'm going to have to start with my personally sponsored coaches. And those, and then if there's more, then I'll open it up. So I don't know if that helps.
I have 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Is the conference on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or is it just Saturday and Sunday?
It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we leave on Sunday. Doesn't it start on
Yeah.
Thursday, Bobby? Brian? Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Thursday night. Is an opening ceremony Thursday night?
Yeah, you need it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday you can leave. I will
Yeah,
leave
There's nothing Sunday.
nothing Sunday.
yeah. So Wednesday there is like certifications. So if you wanted to get certified in like Country Heat or something like that, another live format, they have all the formats certifications that day. So Wednesday is usually when people start arriving, kind of, and then Thursdays when things actually start and kind of kick off.
And no classes on Sunday, so we could actually fly back on Sunday then.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're cool with whatever happened, Ellen. We're just, we are planning to go over a little bit early to go to North Carolina and just take a little mini vacation. And we were debating whether to have our travel agent arrange our hotel and our transportation, or for camaraderie and team building, whether we'd wait and hold off and pay. We're not into the freebie thing. We'll pay whomever to have some type of team building event with the Team Play Hard. But if you guys want to move, we just want to figure it out.
Let me explain a little for people that maybe don't know quite as much about Summit. It's the annual corporate convention. It's in Nashville for the last time this year. And all the hotels are like, I thought, all sold out. I didn't think you could still get a hotel room. Am I wrong about that, you guys?
I wasn't able to at Gaylord.
Yeah, they're coming open. They're not close by, but they're coming open if you check every week.
But
Yeah. So what corporate posted was that they usually, so people might have reserved rooms, but they haven't started paying for them yet. And so when that first payment's due, usually in around April, I remember them saying, a lot of people drop out. And so that's when a lot of things might open up. So just keep looking, and there should be things opening up and rolling availability coming out.
Check on the webpage.
We absolutely will do, without a doubt, we will do team building stuff. So if I have this house, we will every single night, everyone who's there, I'm expecting to have like 30, because every year there's more of us that come. And Bobby, how many did we have last time? 8 or 9? I think we'll have like 30 people from Team Play Hard, and I think we come together every night, and I have some team building things planned that we do.
Oh my God.
Like drinking games. I'm just kidding.
You're not kidding, Ellen. Okay, we gotta go to Honky Tonk.
When I looked at plane tickets last week, they were like under $600 from Eugene to Summit or to Nashville, and then less from Portland, like $100 less from Portland. So I was excited about that.
So Connie and Michael are still there. So what I'm going to do, have you guys, you know how I can post a poll, like a poll in Team Play Hard? I'm going to post a poll, and I want to start collecting definitively who's coming. So I'll make a poll like who's absolutely coming, who has a ticket, who has a place to stay, who needs a place to stay, because some of you can win. If you're a new coach, you can win a free ticket by hitting Success Club the first 3 months. You know, who's still hoping to win a ticket? I'm going to do a whole bunch of options so I kind of get my pulse on where everybody's at, and then I can hopefully communicate them better. And hopefully by then, like Brian said, some of the rooms will be opening up, and we can just make a better plan.
Hey, Ellen.
Yes.
Are we going to be doing a Super Saturday in Eugene again by maybe the next one, or because it's about 5 hours for us to travel up to Portland for a 45-minute, hour-long thing. It's a big commute.
Totally. It's 3 hours long. But it's from 10 to 1, but I do appreciate that completely. So I've become part of Portland's Market Council. So I'm gonna always do the Portland one, but I'm more than happy to have one in Eugene as well. So yeah, we can figure that out. So I actually thought about doing one on April 3rd, Sunday, at my house, for anyone that didn't want to drive to Portland. So I don't know what you guys
I just checked the map. There's actually one in Salem as well.
Oh,
There's one in Bend, and then there's another one in Medford. So depending on where you live, I know Medford's super far, but yeah, if you don't want to go to Portland, you can always go to Salem, which is halfway, so that cuts half the distance. Or if you want to go all the way east into Bend, but nobody wants to go to Eastern Oregon, from what I understand. So let's not do that.
I do. I want to be there right now in the sunshine.
So okay, I want to say this to Ariane and Brenda too, and in response to what Becca just asked, they actually vary wildly in what you're gonna get. So when you do go to Portland, like we're gonna have Vito LaFada. He's pretty much freaking amazing. Like he's an amazing presenter, and we're gonna have John Congdon, like. John, who opened the company, and we're gonna have Joel Freeman leading the workout. And we had Tony Horton, and Carl last time. So when you make a trip to a large city and there's a market council, you're gonna get corporate and celebrity trainers and better. Bobby went in Wisconsin, he drove, and he got to have Trina Gray. So if you're willing to go to a big city, you're going to get more bells and whistles at a Super Saturday, just so you know. But it doesn't necessarily matter. Maybe you want to save the money and the gas money and you just want to go to somewhere near you, but who knows what you're going to get. You could get someone's living room or someone's, you don't know what you're going to get necessarily. But
keep track of your. Sorry, Ellen. Go. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you were talking about driving and saving gas. I was gonna say keep track of your mileage, keep track of your food expenses, all that you need to save your receipts or keep track of, because that's all year-end stuff.
Thank you.
Can I just share, bouncing off of that, I'm getting $600 back in taxes because of my group fitness stuff and my Beachbody travel and expenses. So just throwing that out there, it's totally worth keeping track of those things.
Does Beachbody 1099 send you a 1099 at the end of the year? Is that how it works?
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah.
I went down to Northern California, and all that travel, all that hotel, all that food, and I met with Jen for a little while. I'm writing all that off.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to say, just really quickly, Becca, I'm totally willing to talk about having one at my house on the 3rd I don't want to open it up to the public because it's my house and I don't want to I know creepy people. I don't want a public event at my house, but, I would consider, it's my birthday is why I'm I don't know. My birthday on the 3rd, and so I'm kind of it would be fun to have the coaches over and we could I don't know, we could just team build. So I don't know, it's a thought.
If you do, I know the three of us would probably come up there, so as long as we had time for the girls to get the time off. So if you do, let us know.
That would be really fun. That would be really fun. So, okay, guys, anything else? Dawn, you're going to come to Portland, right, Dawn? What's your plan? Are you going to do Medford? What are you going to do?
Probably not going to be able to drive up there because of my car. So my brakes are trashed. We need to work on them. But Medford, maybe, I don't know. I looked up at the event and it doesn't look like it's getting any attention. I'd rather go to Portland though.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with Vito in the past, so I know of him. I've counseled with him and his wife before, so they're neat people. He's very machismo, but he's a very cool guy.
He has what, a big ego? Is that what you said?
He's very machismo. He's Italian.
I know.
And he's
He's
very
focused.
robust and he's very powerful. And he's just like in your face. And he's good people. And Anna Rendro is his wife, and she works over at Pop Sugar Fitness. For those of you that may not know her. If you don't, I'm surprised.
She was gonna lead the workout until Joel decided to come. But Vito.
Oh, Anna was?
Yeah. P.S. I'm Italian, so watch what you say. Just kidding. Vito spoke at an event I went to, and he's like, it was so powerful. He's like, we have the cure for being broke, and we have the cure for obesity in our two hands. I remember him saying that. Like, it profoundly affected me. So, I love him. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard him give that speech.
Connie, I did say that. So if I have one at my house on Sunday, which it sounds like you guys are talking me into doing, if I have one at my house on Sunday, I don't think I'll register it on the website. I think I'll just have you guys come over because Bobby, I asked Bobby because he's like smarter than me and he manages my life. Bobby, won't they have the replay in the Coach Online office by Sunday for me to just play as opposed to registering the event?
I'm not sure how quickly they put that stuff up there. And Brian's shaking his head. So
Usually it's Monday.
Monday? Okay.
The
Well, then I
earliest.
would have to register.
Yeah.
yeah, because they still have Super Sunday events also, remember? You could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday that you do them.
Yeah, so if I register it, can I make it private? I just don't want weirdos. I have gym weirdos. You know, we have gym weirdos. I don't want them coming to my house.
Mm-hmm. Rock hard, Randy.
I would just ask Red Mouse to send it to you.
Rock hard Randy. He's not coming to my house.
Yeah, we don't want him.
Can't you just
No,
ask
ever.
Doug to get it
Never.
to you?
He's the creepiest guy ever, and I'm recording. Sorry, this is not going on YouTube. Hi, Angela.
Can you edit it?
I don't know. I can stop recording. That's for one.
Well, can't